literally driving through a bunch of tea fields right now. On easily the roughest road we've driven on.
Oh, Jesus. Shoot, dude.
We're trying to find our Airbnb. We're just in the middle of this tea plantation. It's supposed to be, this is where the map took us, but I don't see where it is. Some of these roads, that one looks pretty impassable. This one's barely passable. I don't know. What do you think?
We just wild camp for the night.
Yeah.
Just hunker down here.
So I've messaged our host, and in the meantime, we're just gonna sit right here and enjoy the incredible view. The hideout cabin? Do you know it? No, it's okay. I think maybe over here. There are all these ladies just working in the field back there. Hello. So we've parked our tuk-tuk over there, and now we're just walking around in the tea field trying to find where the, oh, someone motioned that we should go this way. Okay.
We're figuring it out.
So I think this is the road we're supposed to go down. It just looked like it was a dead end, but I think we're good. By the way, good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
If you caught the end of our last video, we made a drive from Utawalaway up through Ella and then over to where we are now, Nuwara Eliya. We're actually staying for the night in this A-frame cottage that's right in the middle of these tea fields. But
it looks
obviously,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's incredible, but obviously we're having a little trouble finding it.
Well, Google Maps is not the most reliable thing, and even though it took us here, it didn't quite take us exactly where we needed to go.
Okay, I think we made it. We only had to do a little bit of off-roading to get here. All right, this is our parking spot. There's the most adorable little kitten right over here. He's so fluffy.
Oh my word. Hi there.
Hey there.
Oh
You're
my
just
goodness.
the cutest little thing.
So tiny.
We're heading to the cottage now. Whoa. Check this thing out. Wow, this is rustic. Check this out.
Beautiful. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
So this is the upstairs loft area.
Oh my word.
Check this out.
How beautiful.
Dude, this is pretty incredible. Yeah, woohoo! It's a little shaky. This is why we booked this place, because you get this insane view of the tea fields out there.
It's like, is this just a tree?
Yeah. So this is not necessarily a luxury place, but it should make for some epic photos, and of course the view is the main attraction. All right, we're gonna go get our stuff, get settled in, and then give you guys a proper look around.
Welcome to our little log cabin. When you walk in, there's this big downstairs room. We've got kind of like a living room area. It's all super basic though. The ground is a little uneven. It just has these little like carpet pads, but it's nice because it's a little chilly so your feet aren't so cold on the linoleum underneath. But they have this twine theme down here. So the divider between the bed over there and the living room is twine. Up on the ceiling, they have it there. They have it covering the stair rails and everything. Then they've got the wood, so you really feel very rustic in here. They only have the one light on this side and one on the other side though, so it's a little dark, but I think at night it'll be fine. And during the day you get a lot of natural light in here, so it's not too bad.
And I'm guessing that we're gonna find quite a few little creepy crawlies, but if you guys saw the eco lodge we stayed in Sweden and the houseboat in Sweden, those were infested with spiders. So we're in this like 10 by 10 square foot area, and I can see just maybe like 30 spiders right now.
They've taken over.
So as long as there's not that, we'll be good.
We're gonna be so fine. But this is great, so if you came with a party of, you know, 2 or more, you guys could all stay here because they have the little bedroom area down here, but they also have another bedroom upstairs. So this is the loft. It's so big up here, it's really impressive, and it has maybe the prettiest window that I have ever seen in a loft before. The view is incredible. We cannot wait to be woken up by the beautiful sunrise out there. I think the sun comes up over this way. Either way, the farms out there and the tea plantations, oh, they're so pretty.
Got some dream catchers here to make sure we have pleasant dreams in our loft. I think that's maybe a little mosquito net that you can put up, you think?
Oh, yes. Hopefully we won't need it. It's so chilly up here. I don't know that there would be mosquitoes. And this area is the bathroom. So again, pretty rustic, bare bones, but there is a bathroom and a shower, full toilet.
Yeah, it's got one of those shower heads that heats it in here. So it's actually plugged in right here, and then this heats the water as it comes out. Really interesting. And they do have Wi-Fi. It's actually stronger than I thought it would be. It's 11.4 down, 1.1 up. It's not super fast up, but that'll get the job done. Keep us connected at least. We booked this place on Airbnb. If you look in the description, we'll have a link that's like a referral code where if you use that link and you sign up and you use Airbnb for the first time, you get like 40 or 50 USD off, and then we get like 15 or 20 bucks off our next booking. We win, you win.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins. Even if you don't have a trip coming up, you can use that link below, sign up, and you'll get the credit immediately in your account. So when you do take a trip, you'll have some of it paid for already.
When we arrived, our host's mother asked if we would like some tea, and we said yes. She was gone for about 10 minutes and then came back with this lovely spread. So we've got some pretty classic ginger Sri Lankan tea. It's pretty sweet, but it tastes so good, and it's nice
it's
and
so
warm.
tasty.
And she brought us all these little cookies, and then a little puppy dog came running up.
He's licking himself right now, so.
Cleaning himself, don't mind that. I mean, little kitty cats,
Oh, yeah.
puppies, sweet parents.
It doesn't
the
get much
cutest
better.
cabin. Ah!
This is exactly what we needed after that long drive.
I know, it's so crazy. We were just down in Gaul, like sweating to death on the beach, and now we're in the mountains in like a log cabin.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, you are crazy, and I love it.
We are in for the night. We've just been watching a little Bon Appetit. Picked ourselves up a bottle of wine.
Yes, there's a wine store not too far.
But before we showed up, our host offered to have, I guess his mom actually lives right nearby, and he offered to have her build us a dinner. So I think they should be bringing it by anytime.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. This is great.
Spicy.
Oh, spicy is good.
We love spicy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye. They brought us a whole proper dinner.
This is best Airbnb hosts ever.
Yeah,
Tea,
they actually are super
cookies,
nice.
A dinner. Oh my gosh. We have this huge mound of rice with some, I think, curried potato on top. We have some dal, some soy meat over here, and then a little omelet. He said it's gonna be a little spicy, but we're up to the challenge. And then they gave us a little yogurt as, I guess, dessert, or maybe to cut the heat. I'm really excited to try the soy meat over here. We don't usually eat soy very often, but we've had it a few times since we've been in Sri Lanka, and it's been really good. They season it so well. Oh, spicy. Oh, Lord.
So he wasn't lying.
Oh, but it's so good. Get a little more rice. It's just so salty and savory and spicy. Just so much seasoning. It punches you in the face in the best way. It's so good.
I dug into these potatoes, and they are so incredibly delicious. They are boiled to perfection, and they just have this nice, gooey, dense center. We're going to devour this, and then we're going to explore the area of Nuwara Eliya a little bit tomorrow. So we'll see you there. We have just come to the main actual town center of Nuwara Eliya. Came to a little park called Victoria Park, named after Queen Victoria, of course.
So it's this beautiful big park, but you do have to pay an entrance fee, 300 rupees per adult, which is just a couple bucks.
We're just kind of strolling through and killing time because there's a restaurant we want to head to, but they basically just have a ton of flowers, a bunch of birds. It's all really nicely manicured. Not a bad little stroll.
Yeah, we're learning Sri Lanka is like a paradise if you are a bird watcher.
Yeah.
There's so many types of birds, and you can see them all over the whole country.
Nuwara Eliya is located in the southern part of Sri Lanka, but right in the middle of the bottom area. And it is known for Sri Lanka's biggest export, and that is tea. The area is covered in tea plantations. As you travel around, you'll see endless fields of tea with people working to harvest it. This town is also referred to as Little England, and that's because it almost feels like a quaint English village. There are English-style homes all over the area. And we even saw this big advertisement that was urging you to buy an English home of your own. What do you think? Should we buy an English home in Sri Lanka?
A little English cottage in the Sri Lankan countryside? I think so.
Why not? And of course, as we've mentioned, the weather is much cooler in this area because you're at a much higher elevation, which is a nice break from the intense heat that we were feeling down south.
It got down into the 40s Fahrenheit last night.
We were like shivering, but we had a nice warm blanket, which was good. But then we woke up and we were like, I'm not getting out from under these covers.
Yeah. Our host did tell us that we are really lucking out with the weather today, though, because it is sunny and beautiful and in the 70s, and apparently normally it's cloudy and rainy here.
That is enough talking and strolling through the beautiful Victoria Park. Let's head to grab some lunch. We came to a little spot that's actually connected to the park. It's called Themparadu. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. They specialize in kotu, which we actually just read is kind of like the hamburger of Sri Lanka in terms of popularity. It's that common of a dish. We've actually had this on the street before. You walk up and you tell them the ingredients you want. Usually it's like egg, meat, and vegetables and spices. They saute it on this griddle and they chop it up in front of you. And it makes a bunch of noise and it's very fun to watch. This place is not quite like that. This is a much more posh place. Check this out. From what I read online, it should be pretty tasty, but this is obviously a much more fancy version than you're gonna get in a lot of local spots. This is the masala, so it should be just kind of have some chili powder in it, some masala, and some other goodies in there. Give it a little try. Too big of a bite. It's a little bit spicy. It's nice and warm, which is how it's supposed to be served. It's super flavorful, but what's really interesting is the texture because they make it with the roti, which is just like a kind of flatbread, and they chop that up in there. It's just really nice and gooey and doughy, and it almost tastes like a pasta. A lot of the versions I've seen haven't had quite so much sauce. It's just so dense the way that they make it here. But I can say the flavor is amazing. It tastes really good. I got bumping music too.
I did the dolphin cheese kotu, which I guess is coconut milk, fresh milk, some cheese, garlic, ginger, tomato, turmeric, so that's where it gets its nice color from.
Also, this music is getting out of control.
It's getting like
That beat's about to drop.
I'm very excited though. I didn't even know you could really do any iterations on the kotu other than, you know, just the roti mixed with the veggies and meat. Whoa. I don't think I've ever had something that mixes coconut milk with cheese. I'm trying to remember, but it's so interesting. It's like sweet, cheesy, and creamy and savory all at the same time. And you're right that this kind of takes on a pasta-like vibe.
Yeah.
Cheesy, coconutty. Oh, it's so good.
You can't find these kotus anywhere in Sri Lanka. It's my own recipes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He just told us it's his own recipe, so that's why it's so different.
That's why I haven't seen
Well,
it.
thank you. It's very good.
Thank you.
We finished our lunch and came just a block away to the central market, and it's just this one long corridor where they have all these fruits and veggie vendors and little stalls like this and rice and all kinds of stuff.
Little household goodies and medicine and stuff.
Yeah. Hello. But I think that's going to do it for today. We're going to explore more of the surrounding area tomorrow. That's going to be awesome.
Nature, because that is what this area is all about.
Yeah.
Very excited for it. All right. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.